Hi, Pisces. Welcome into your reading. Welcome in. Okay, so we're going to read for the third week of December. Let's see what's going on for you guys, my little fishy angels. What's the situation here for my Pisces, please? I have the Nine of Wands. Yes. Okay. Sorry. I have a couple wands. I have the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Wands and the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Something here is weighing on you. It's taking a toll. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of exhaustion. Some of you, it's mentally, physically. Others of you, it's spiritually. You feel responsible here for somebody, and it's just too much for you to bear, right? And then in the cross is the Nine of Wands, telling me that you're being cautious. You're guarding yourself. You're protecting yourself. And this thing that you're protecting yourself is now kind of what's become the burden for you. But you're weighing your pros and cons in regards to a certain situation. I suspect it's you wanting to do something here with somebody where you want to talk to them. You want to have an honest conversation with them and talk to them about some sort of upgrade in your relationship. Not that it's making you nervous per se. It's just something that you need to get off your plate. It's a different kind of energy. We'll see what it means when we start clarifying. What's coming in from my Pisces, please? Now, I need you to understand, these are wands. These are actions. They're not feelings. They're not emotions. They're not even anything in your head. These are things that you're physically reacting to. All right? So let's see what's coming in. Temperance in reverse. There's a lack of balance somewhere in your life. Something is very imbalanced. The Lovers. Wouldn't you know it? Temperance, Sagittarius energy. What's that? King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Opposing energy, not you. Lovers, Gemini. Now, you're probably guarding your emotions and yourself against this lover in case it goes sideways. All right. But there's a lack of balance here with this lover also. Lovers, you know, I'm going to tell you, is a choice. You know, this angel here, Archangel Michael, put you two together. What am I saying? I'm saying you were destined to meet this individual for better or worse. Season or a reason. Are they a lesson or are they your blessing? You guys have to choose. Despite your odds, do you choose each other? But there's a lack of balance here. This water sign, and right under it is an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. One is earthy and grounded, while the other one is emotionally mature and available and very much vibing your watery energy as well. Two amazing candidates here. This is a tough call. I don't even know what to say to you here. They're both excellent candidates. But let's see what's going on. And maybe you just don't want to invest in both. So this is your burden now. This is your cross to bear, Pisces. Now, some of you, this has something to do with work, and you have to deal with two different individuals, and you don't know which path to take. So you're weighing your pros and cons. What is the surprise here for the surprise element here for Pisces? Two of Wands. Two of Wands talks about, whoa, what's the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck? You're, in a way, I don't want to say ghosting, because that's at the bottom of the deck. It's more like you're at a crossroad. Not even a crossroads. You're ready to go. I'll be honest with you. With this Two of Wands, look at this, Pisces. You see the wand behind the angel? That wand represents your past. You see the wand that you're holding? That represents the wand of your future. That's the wand that you're about to do a walkabout with. You're going to walk into your future. You're going to say, this is my walking cane, and here I go. I'm leaving that behind. I'm not even looking back. That is my past. I'm going forward. You're leaving someone behind. All right. And the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, either this is requiring strategy on your part so you could close the chapter, or something's going on back there. Strategizing something, or you're ghosting. Unless some of you are having an affair, because there's lover, and lover is not your boyfriend or your girlfriend. They're not your husband or your wife either. What is the advice? It's funny, like I hear a lot of lovers say, oh, wow, this love connection, you have such a deep love. Yes, it is. Yes, with the lover, there is a deep, profound connection. But make zero mistakes that when you get a lover in a spread, they are not your significant other. They are the person that you have not decided on yet, and they're in the shadows. Or vice versa, they have not decided on you. And despite your odds, and you certainly have them, what are those? I don't know. You live different countries. You are married. You're engaged. You're already with someone else. You can't be out and about. Whatever it is, those are your odds. And they are there. But Archangel Michael said those two have got to meet. They definitely have to meet. Why? Because you're being triggered. Advice here for Pisces. Why am I being triggered? Some of you might be asking. So you can move from the position of your life that you're in now that's stagnating. Lover shows us things that are lacking in our day-to-day lives. Lover shows us that we're repeating patterns. Lover tells us that, we keep dating the same people. Lover shows us our own shadow sides, our own dirty sides, the things that we're vulnerable to. It could be a myriad of things, but that's why we end up in loverships. They also teach us how to know the difference between healthy love and poor love, or obsessive love, or codependent love. Anyway, your advice is Three of Wands. You need to wait out for something. If this is work related, you're putting in your due diligence right now. The situation is developing and you need to wait. Situation developing can also be in a relationship, but you still need to wait. That's why they say you have to wait for these ships to come in. See, the threes are when we start planning things. That's the planning stages, right? And then the four is the foundations when we start building off the blueprints of our plans, right? So this is why we wait. And then the Fool over here is saying taking a leap of faith and a risk in towards something, regardless of what we got lined up. All right, now let's see what the outcome of the week is. What is the outcome of the week, please? Eight of Wands in reverse. Two of Cups. Eight of Wands in reverse talks about a lack of action. Something just stopped moving forward. Something just stopped going back and forth. But here's what's interesting. It might not be exactly what you think, Pisces. Maybe you had two scenarios that you were working with, right? Person A, person B. And then you decided to say, I'm going to stop with person B. No more back and forth. This is the only way. Or I got to cut off this individual, or I got to cut off this person. We'll see more when we clarify. But it's interesting to me because at the bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. This is you getting into that partnership. This is you making choices and decisions. But this is also telling me that if this is your lover, perhaps, I'm not sure. We'll see in a minute. But the Two of Cups tells me the feelings are mutual. So if this is new love, this lover, and you both did decide, despite those odds, if there are any, and you say to yourself, you know what? I love my Pisces, and my Pisces loves me. I think we're soulmates. I think we should be going into a partnership. Now, mind you, it's at the bottom of the deck. So for a lot of you, it's not here yet. It's coming in. All right? That's why your advice is like, hang tight. Be right back. Spirit. Others of you, it could be a business partnership I'm looking at. What is the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands, please? If a lot of you, this is about a business partnership, this is you trying to be protective, but you're overworked, overburdened, overwhelmed. You're collaborating here with a team, but you're trying to be like that emotional support system for everybody, as I can see it there, because here you are, Queen of Wands. But there's a but. Usually when I see a Ten of Wands, it means like you're at your breaking point too. Okay, and this is why I'm also looking at Two of Wands in the middle of the reading. Now, with that said, if this is love related, this is third party situation. You are possibly, potentially choosing between two people in your present energy. Presently, one is the present and the future, while the other one is the present and the past. So when we have two energies in our present, one representing our past, one representing our future, and us deciding which one that is, one gets canceled. All right, so you have three there, and that's what the burden is. You know that you have to cancel one out, or a situation needs to be canceled out. Let's see what's going on with Lovers and Temperance in reverse, and this lack of balance here. Something's not balanced between you and this lover here. I know you are, because you came out again, Queen of Cups. Oh, fascinating. Five of Wands in reverse is telling me that whatever fighting, arguing you're having here with said lover, blocks, obstacles, they're removing themselves. So energetically, this is going away. And I think it has a lot to do with your temperament. So this Temperance in reverse could be why it's in reverse. It's because your temperament isn't balanced, but then it does. It rights itself. It course corrects, right? Because here you are as the Queen of Cups in love or emotionally available here for somebody. And as soon as these blocks and obstacles go away, it's like a path opens forward for you, right? Because Lover is also here at the bottom of the deck, along with the position we're reading for. Look at this, the Sun. The Chariot, wow, look at all these major arcanas. Gemini, Leo, Cancer, Aries. Lover, happy. Chariot, focus, staying on mission. Fool, taking that risk. Trying to choose and decide the right fit for you. Looking at new love. Or a fresh new start. All right. What is the Two of Wands, please? Clarify Two of Wands, please. King of Wands. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. I think that there's an offer here. A lot of you, it is a new offer here from, and I don't mean love work-wise. It's a new boss, a new opportunity. Somebody very intelligent, very fair, very balanced, honest. Some of you, this might have something to do with the legal system. And you're just like, you know what? I'm going to move forward with this individual. They're offering me a solid new beginning, new job, new something. Others of you, it can be a relationship, a solid new relationship. Sorry, my nose gets itchy sometimes during readings. It's like I have this invisible feather. I think you take it, guys, because then you eventually disengage from something difficult and you go into something much easier. It's a new learning experience. I know that because I'm looking at the Page of Pentacles here. There you are. Bam. High Priestess, using your intuition. And there's that new start in love I was talking about. Okay. Let's go into your advice. The Three of Wands. Something that you need to wait for. Or someone you need to wait for. The Knight of Swords. Ooh, King of Wands. And there's your Two of Wands again. Okay, King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They don't have to be fire. They could just be somebody that you're very attracted to, or there's a lot of chemistry and passion. But I see the ending in betrayal. There is some justice coming in for this. Interesting. See, your Two of Wands again is telling me that the second you walk through the door of your new life, perhaps what you need to do is wait for this person to come and talk to you. Or I don't know if this is vice versa. You need to go rush and talk to them. I think that once you talk to them, you have to wait for their response. It could be you telling this individual, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving you. It is what it is. And then that's it. You rip off the Band-Aid. I mean, easier said than done. Ending. You need to rush in and communicate to somebody that is available to you what your plans are and that you're planning on doing something else for your future. Or you go in and you say what you got to say. All right, and then you wait and see what happens. Okay, what is the Eight of Wands in reverse, please? Ten of Wands in reverse. I love that. Let me show you. Oh, I love this. And the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so we start the reading with the Ten of Wands upright, right? And then we do end it with the Ten of Wands in reverse. And another bunch of Wands in reverse. Wands in the upright, we end with Wands in the reverse. You decide to stop working, like stop taking action towards somebody. It's like, how can I describe this? You started taking action and now you're devoting your time in working towards a specific goal. Okay? That thing, that burden, as soon as it gets dropped, you're like, I'm working on me. I'm working on my thing, my job, my life, my love life, my shadow side, my whatever. See, look, Eight of Wands in reverse. You cancel one thing out and you drop the burden at the end of the week. You decide to hashtag your goals, whatever they are. This is your craft, your job, your hobby, your relationship, yourself. Could be potentially with a lover. Eight of Wands upright. You go back and forth here with somebody, but you let go of another. Why? You start evaluating your worth, your value. All right. And then you say, I got to manifest something here in my life. I think a lot of you are looking at a reconciliation and poof, it goes into that partnership. I'm looking over here. But that's probably in the final week of December, possibly the first week of January. All right. Let's see what we're going to talk about in love. What are we discussing for love in the extended for Pisces, please? Playfulness. Okay, and I think this has a lot to do with this week going into next. I really think that this whole flirty business or being playful is what's going to get you back on track here with someone. And that's kind of what I'm vibing, that you are getting on track here with somebody. What's going on here for Pisces, please? Forbidden. I think this is really important for you to hear right now, Pisces. As your goddess, I'm sending you this warning as you're about to enter into a situation that's not going to be easy and could cause you and other people pain. Not all doors are meant to be opened. Not all relationships are good for you. Not all love is expressed and not all desires are realized. Right now, I'm saying no to you. The symbol for forbidden also reminds you that although you might feel pain when someone rejects you, this is one of my ways of protecting you. I may whisper in someone's ear to stay away. It's for your best. Even if you don't believe that right now, this is a symbol to move on and choose another path. Dalai Lama said it best. That thing that you wanted, that you not getting it, is a stroke of luck. Consider it a blessing in disguise, Pisces. Consider that. All right, my friends. Burden. Started and ended with one. All right, I'll see you guys over at the extended.